Hello everyone and welcome to F1 2020 TTML Formula 2 Season 2 Round 11 here for the final round at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. I am Pepsi Freak 212 and I am joined in the commentary booth for the final time, the guy from Norway. It is TFL Buck or Brandon. Brandon, say hello.
Finale, whoa, finale, whoa. This is it, the last round.
It is the last round. It's been a great, I only did half the season with you, but it's been a very fun season indeed to be in the commentary booth with you. You always feel like an espresso to start my commentary week. And it's a nice shot in the arm. It gets me going. As the drivers are going to start going here at Abu Dhabi. As going to take the last corner a bit slow because the AI does take it for them. And here they go off of the turn one. Captain Chubb is currently leading the way, but Scuba's going to put him right in his place and put him down to P1. But it looks like Captain Chubb is still up there along with Pepper. Looks like... Right now, looks like everyone is still good going through the first couple corners. No major validation. Now Noisy up to P1. As they're going to come down the run in the corner here. At the end of Sector 1, it's still Noisy on the way here when he sets the purple sector. Actually, now Scuba takes the way. So I'm going to take...
It's so good to have Scuba back again, and we want Captain Chubbs, just because it's such a cool name. I really want Captain Chubbs to be at the top. Come on!
And as it looks like Noise now takes it back as well. Chubbs is currently in 5th position. Scuba 2nd, Siege 3rd, and Mashiro 4th. Now, as we will probably repeat the championship standings multiple times during this broadcast, but as they take the long run down here, Noisy currently leads the way with 31 points ahead of Scuba. So, Noisy is pretty... sorry, Siege, my mistake. Siege has got 31 points on Scuba. Noisy's not in contention. Sorry, Noisy. But if Siege can hold on to that gap, he will be a champion here today. But it's going to take a Herculean effort for Scuba to overcome that gap. But I have seen stranger things happen. As they hit the end at Sector 2 here, Scuba still leading the way, looking for those 4 extra points of qualifying, but Noisy's going to try to steal it from him. So Scuba's going to have to keep the foot right as Mashiro falls down 6th.
Oh, this is so good. We see that these two guys have probably been practicing. It's Scuba and Siege, but Noisy's getting in the way.
Yep, Noisy's going to try to take those 4 points. Again, that is what Scuba really needs. But if it comes down to a situation where Siege is in 11th position, has Siege. Now Siege's up to 2nd. I think Noisy invalidated, so if bearing Scuba not screw up the last couple corners here, he will have a pole run here. Kakuino trying to climb for the orders as well, but it's going to be out the last corner here. Scuba is going to take pole position, and he's going to cut that gap down at least by at least 4 points. So now it's going to be 20... Actually, I don't think it's actually 4 points in our point standings, but he's still going to take some points home regardless.
I can tell you what, these two guys were probably practicing a lot for the last race. This is Scuba against Siege.
Actually, it is only 2 points, so now it's down to 29 points. My mistake. So it's only going to be 29 points he's going to have to dig his hole out of. But remember, a win is 30 points, so he's going to need Siege to fall down the order. But Siege did qualify 2nd. Noisy did get invalidated, though, so he looked like he had the 2nd fastest car here. And he's really turning on the second half of the season. And he would have been P2 if not for invalidating. So I think he's also going to have a statement to... he's going to have a statement to show by starting in the back.
Definitely Noisy's been driving really good the last couple of weeks, so wasn't surprising to see him at the top, but this is exactly what we wanted to see. We want to see a real battle between Scuba and Siege.
That is correct here. And the thing is that Siege can clinch it if he finishes in a certain position. Now, I don't have the math off the top of my head, but I know if he can get 18 points clear of Scuba at the end of the featured race, he will walk home champion. The sprint race is all for funds. So we'll see what happens.
Siege only has to think of, I'm going to win both races. That's it.
Now, obviously, Siege wants to go out there and win both races, because the little birdie has told me, Siege has not won one race in this F2 calendar yet. He's currently leading the point standings. He's 10 podiums, but he has no wins in featured or sprint, which just shows consistency matters.
That's really cool.
Yeah. And like I said, if some driver actually ends up winning a championship without winning a race, there's always either a rule change or something on the horizon. They're going to make wins. As an American, that's what happened in the States with NASCAR. So it's a situation where I think that may be on the horizon. So I think for the gods above, they may be hoping Siege is able to win one of these rounds to avoid the fate of the NASCAR. Regardless...
But hey, Mashiro actually came pretty good in Section 3 there. Climbed up and pushed a little bit at the end.
That is true. So I think he's also interesting. He's always a feature driver. You always have to watch in the feature rounds. Kugino, in his own admission, you told us in the pre-race broadcast off air that you said Kugino's not feeling confident at this track here today, yet he did qualify P4. So He does have some pace in that car, but maybe not as much as you would think he usually has.
I mean, Kugino, today's not your day, mate. Today is Scuba v Siege. But we've got the only one and only Mashiro who's going to try and get into the mix of things. And what a battle it would be if Noisy can climb back up again. I mean, the guys that are racing today are the ones that probably have been in the midst of everything happening all season.
Yep, as well, and I think Noisy is going to want to spoil the parade of Siege and Scuba, so I would not be shocked if he works his way through the field here. But something else I want to point out is that you see an old face back at P5, one of your favorite drivers is Honey Badger, or I guess we'd call him the Honey Padger, because he's on a pad here today, and he's going to try to show some speed for the pad boy, so he's going to represent my type of breed, representing the controllers.
Oh, let's just put a little bit of pressure on Honey Badger and say he's probably faster with the pad.
I think he'd slap us if we said that to him. Like, oh, you're faster with the pad. I think he'd be a bit upset. But regardless, other than that, we do have some.
Most people are faster with pads, right?
To a degree, I think it comes down to preference. Some are actually faster with the wheel. Some it's just how much effort you put into the wheel. Like if you take someone
pushing a button on a pad, you can do a lot faster than pushing a pedal on a set of pedals.
But it does give you that more feel of understanding how much to put down. So you get a little more throttle control and brake control. So there's a little pro and con. Also wheel axis as well. But that's a debate where you can probably, if you took the best pad player and the best wheel player and have them do a race, I think it'd be quite interesting. So
and everybody wants everybody with the wheel wants wheel.
Oh, Mashiro with the wall there on the formation lap.
What was that?
And now that him and Scuba have both been sent to the naughty stool, so bad formation lap for those two. Not what Scuba wants to see off the line. But as they line up to the line here, we have 16 laps. Quick predictions here, Buck. Who do you think's going to win this race, and who do you think's going to win the championship?
Scuba.
I think I will go. I'll go Mashiro Siege. Actually, you know what? Siege. Right. Actually, I'm going to change that. Siege. I think Siege will going to
win. Probably will, but I mean, come on, Scuba. You got this. Come on.
Well, Scuba's going to have to win. He needs that win right now. And after that formation lap blunder, maybe some of his confidence is shot here. But we're going to have 5 red lights. And a little bit of silence for the final time here, and away they go off in the turn 1 here. It looks like Scuba gets the better. Actually, no, Siege gets the better launcher. They're going to be side by side turn 1. Mashiro gets bogged down. Already down the P5, under pressure from Flores in the back. Now Mashiro holds around the outside. Going to go a little bit wide there, and he's going to stay at P5, but that's the big loser there was Mashiro. And Scuba's the big winner, holding on to his position.
Noisy got struggling, and Flores is all over the place. So there's some pretty erratic driving here at the start.
Noisy! Oh my God! Noisy 5 made a pass for 3 cars and made it 4. Noisy's not taking any prisoners here. He's going now.
Noisy fell back and suddenly came like a rocket.
Oh, Mashiro around!
Oh no!
Mashiro's lost the back end.
It's okay. Is it? He's probably got a lot of damage there.
He's probably got some damage. He hit that wall a ton. It looks like, actually, I think he's got both his wings, but he's not that far off the pack here. Only 3 seconds. If that car can still turn, he'll be okay. We got 3 wide battle here in the back. We got a possible overtake here. It looks like Noisy and Pepper are battling. Noisy will hold the position. Up the P6 he goes. Now he sets his, sorry, that was Silas, my mistake. And now he's going to be fighting Pepper for P5.
That's crazy. Mashiro actually has both his, it doesn't look like he's got any damage at the moment.
Yeah, I don't think he does. He hit that wall a ton, but he's actually got a big 4-wide battle here. They're fighting for 7th. They're fighting for pride back here, and they're fighting for the scraps. It looks like Silas and Chubb kind of get a little swirly there. There goes the bollard. That section is going to take a lot of prisoners here today. And I feel like
there's
at least
a lot
a couple
of corner
drivers
cutting going on. There's corner cutting. These guys aren't respecting the white lines.
Yeah, I think the stewards are going to have a problem with that eventually. But for right now, they'll just give them some warnings. But they are going to take no prisoners eventually down the road here. As we'll end lap 1 here. Even though this track I personally am not a big fan of, it is a very pretty track to at least look at and commentate, similar to Singapore.
Yeah, I mean, it's really nice with the cars look so beautiful and with the lights on them like this. But and Scuba is throwing it out. Scuba saying, okay, I practiced. Siege, you got to hang on to this. And at the moment he's doing that, it's only it's still under 1 second.
I just like to point out, Noisy went from P10 to P3 in 1 lap. Oh, sorry, not
P. I actually think,
yeah, P4, because he actually is somewhere on the
grid. Yeah, but I think he actually gathered up a little bit, and then he went out, and then he came back like a rocket through the chicane. I don't know what he did.
Yeah, because he just passed Kukino for a position on track. As now my scoring card is now fixed. Yeah, he's now P4 on the track. He's up for driver of the day easily here. Now he's on the back of Honey Badger, or Honey Padger. as he's going to try to make a move here. No DRS yet. It's only lap 2. Battle up front. Scuba currently leading Siege, but Noisy, Scuba's may try to do a Hamilton strap and back Siege up in the Honey Badger, Noisy, and Kugino, because right now Siege would win the championship as they run. As we got a battle back here for P8.
Kugino is already
big lunge by
clocked up
Noisy.
1 time penalty.
Yep, Kugino got a pass.
Nice
Noisy.
pass by Noisy. Wow,
Just
that was
makes
nice.
a good pass. Makes Honey Badger take his own. Siege is just passing Scuba's around.
Noisy's out. Scuba's out. What happened?
Scuba
what
lost it off.
happened?
Scuba lost it off the last corner, at least what I assume, and it's similar to what just happened. Noisy, both drivers have looped it, and both drivers have looped it. Scuba picked a bad time to step on his member, and now he's down to P5, and Noisy's all the way back to 11th. So they're both gonna have to reclimb. Scuba just made a mistake.
That was what a crazy mistake. Is no damage on his car, but that was a crazy mistake. I mean, Noisy and Scuba, just like unforced errors, the same corner, and Siege just like, okay, I can drive ahead.
Oh, 100%. I've seen this game have before. That corner, if you just get in the power just a little too late, it looks like Pepper went a little wide there, but if you go a little bit too late on the power on that corner there, or sorry, a little too early, my mistake, you're going to cause the car to kink around, and that will be that, and that's what just happened to Scuba and Noisy. Synchronized spinning gets a 10 from the Russian judge. But anyway, George is going to get a time penalty here. Siege sets the fast lap of the race.
Time penalties are flying out already. 3 laps and 3 time penalties served already.
Scuba driving a bit angry here, I would assume, under the cockpit right now, because he's probably not too thrilled of what happened. So we're going to have a battle up here for position. We got Scuba and George fighting back and forth here for 5th. Siege has pulled away. All the drivers, I assume, were on the soft tire. Yep, they're all on softs except for Flores, who started on the super soft. So by the end of the season, all the drivers have picked up the strategy to start on the harder tire, then switch to the soft. Noisy has now passed for P10.
Scuba has to pass now, has to get up back up to 4th place. Has to get a challenge and should be able to pass and does. Just as we speak, is passing TTGA Jorg.
Yep, he has no time to sit around and wait. He has to make these moves happen ASAP, or else that's championship done.
Scuba is really looking for. He needs an error from Siege now.
Yeah, because he already made his error. Now he needs something happen, or DNF. That's what he really needs, is a DNF, as Pepper has passed Flores. Flores is on the super softs, so those tires are probably falling off a little bit here. We got a big battle here for P6 on the grid here. Sorry, P7, as we got Pepper, Flores, and Captain Chubb all fighting here. Chubb going to try to make a move on Flores on the outside. They're going to split it 3 wide here. Here comes Flores on the inside. Can he make it work? Can he make it stick? Captain Chubb trying to stay there as well. Pepper and Flores. Flores gets a 3-second time penalty. He's going to have to back it down, and now he's going to be under pressure from Chubb.
Oh no, it's like what a crazy race there. Oh no! Honey Badger, what are you doing, man? He was way out wide. Honey Badger all over the place, but still keeping it in 3rd place, but has let Scuba come right up behind him now.
Yep, that is true indeed, and right now he's trying to reel him in. So he's only about a half a second off right now. That is coming down, though. Noisy has just passed Capitch up for 10th and 9th, and now he's working his way up to the field as well. He's already done it once. Noisy now gets a 3-second time penalty for going a little bit too wide here. Already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drivers already have time penalties. Noisy goes wide again. He's going to have to keep in the track limits right now. But I know how hard it is to fight, so it's very hard to pass around here at some point. So I can understand why a little bit of anger may be bubbling.
Sure is, and I think Scuba is struggling a little bit out of some corners. That's what caused his spin, and I've seen him spin a couple of more times. So come on, Scuba, man, you got to get this together. We want a bigger challenge than this.
I know, but his confidence could be a little bit shot. Like, let's be honest right now, because if you looped it on lap 2 in the big championship race, how are you going to feel mentally? There's going to be a risk factor of just, all right, I screwed up, and now I have to try to hope for a miracle. So his confidence may be a little bit shattered. Scuba's a good driver. I think he'll shake it off, but for right now, he's got to try to find his power, we got a pass here for Noisy. I'll finish that Squilky in a second, and he'll make the pass for V8. Back to Scuba, though. Yeah, he just needs to feel his confidence back in the throttle and get control back to when to put the power down, because he doesn't want to do it again, so he's being a little conservative. Well, Scuba now going on a move on Honey Badger round the outside. He'll make that work, and it does say he just had a purple sector, so maybe Scuba's got some more pace in that car.
Yeah, that was a really nice pass by Honey Badger, but he was putting such a lot of pressure on Honey Badger. I think Honey Badger was a little bit left-right over the track.
Oop, Noisy gets almost passed by Captain Chubb there. Captain Chubb tries to make it work, but goes a little bit too deep. That's going to allow the switchback to have by Noisy. Now Flores is going to go around the outside as well. And Captain Chubb, who looked like he was up to P8 there for a second, is now down to P10.
Captain Chubbs, the ultimate gangster Formula 1 name. What a cool name. But you got to live up to your name, Captain Chubbs, so show us some speed.
Oh, Captain Chubb gets squirrely.
Oh, no.
I think we may have jinxed him a little bit.
He was into the wall.
He stepped on his Chubb a little bit too much there, and now he's going to be into the wall. That's the last race of the season. I'll get my fines later. Now we got Noisy up to 7th.
Oh, actually, no, Fire Pepper.
Oh, Fire Pepper's around. That's why the order was falling down there. Pepper lost it off the last straight, and now he's going to have to refire it. Now down to 11th. I like to point out that Mashiro, who looped it lap 1, is now called his way back to P6, and now is under giving pressure to Jorge, and Honey Badger's now going to try to make it work here. Can't make it happen right now, but he's right here on the battle between 5th and 4th.
That's really tight between through those turns.
Oh, we got squirrely. Oh! Honey Badger got a little under pressure there. Another mistake happening. All these drivers have at least made one. You could say like Spider-Man, everyone is given one. So here comes Mashiro. Mashiro around the outside. Gonna make that pass happen, and he's up to P5. Yep, he will clear Mashiro. No, sorry, Mashiro passed. God, I am having a rough day here with names. Mashiro is past Honey Badger for 5th. And then now he's going to set aside for P4. Oh, there goes George. George at the wall. No. And that's it. That's race over. That crash has taken him out. That corner has claimed so many people. And its first victim is George. So George is down to P9, now 10 and 11. That's race over.
And man, again, and we say it every week, these drivers are good drivers. But some of these tracks driving around here in F2 cars, that is so tough.
And Pepper has decided to call it a day as well. So we're already down to 9 runners here, which is definitely not helping the case of Scuba. But Siege right now has not done anything wrong. He's keeping the gap, keeping the foot under his pressure here, looking to go for his first win of the season. It's also the last race of the season, but
to each his own. Siege is actually looks pretty comfortable in the lead now with almost 4 seconds, and Kugino is setting fast times. But Siege has got control, it looks like.
Well, Scuba just set the fast lap indeed. He's going to need more than just a fast lap to get back in this. We'll take a look at the fast laps indeed. Actually, Kugino does have 6 seconds worth of time penalties. So right now it's Siege, Scuba, Kugino, right now your top 3, with penalties included.
I don't think Kugino is even thinking about time penalties in this race. Doesn't look like it. It's not typical Kugino style.
Now, Kugino just wants to attack first, take the penalties later. That's his kind of I.O.
Lap 6 of 16 in Abu Dhabi. It's the final.
It looks like pit stops will be happening sooner rather than later. Sills gets a time penalty for himself. Boris has decided to pit. So if we take that into consideration, the softs can go about 6-ish laps. It's safe to assume they'll be pitting around lap 10. So we got 4 more laps of them driving around here before pit stops will occur, if we use Flores as an indicator of how long the super softs go for. So we'll take a look.
Siege has got nice control. He's keeping it around 4 seconds. It doesn't look like he's going to push anywhere in that. So it looks like he's just trying to keep a comfortable lead over Kugino.
Yep, Noisy has just passed. Actually, it looks like Honey Badger. Honey Badger has looped it. I can't get a good angle of him, but yeah, Honey Badger has looped it off that last corner, and he's got damage.
Same.
Yep, he has damage.
Same corner?
Yep, same corner that took out Scuba, Noisy, and Jorge. And yeah, he's got damage, so he's going to have to, I think he's going to pit, or maybe that was just someone else's car, but yeah, he is looped it, and now he's out of P7.
Oh, no.
And Honey Badger gets a 3-second time penalty to add to his woes.
You know, there is only going to be Scuba and Siege without time penalties here at the end, I think.
And Mashiro. Don't forget about Mashiro.
Oh, we never forget about Mashiro, man.
Mashiro also doesn't have any as well. I don't think he... And Captain Chubb. Captain Chubb.
How does that happen?
Sorry, Captain Chubb. We kind of forgot about you running down without the penalties. Keep it clean. Don't want to risk that right now. You're doing good.
Keep it clean. Captain Chubb's up to 6th place. Let's go.
Now, what's worth noting is Scuba is making some inroads on Kugino, and Kugino is making small inroads on Siege, but that is not enough to catch Siege at the pace they're going.
No, definitely not.
So it looks, again, Siege is kind of just checked out here for the most part. We're looking for the rest of the field here. Everyone's really just in their own world, so we got really nothing to cover here. So we're just going to have to kind of watch.
Again, is this one of those races where Siege just falls into this comfortable lead and doesn't pay full attention? So it's one of those easy things that can happen.
That is true indeed. You can easily kind of get into a false set of security and then do something similar with Scuba, Jorge, Noisy have done. Just think about it a little too conservatively, get on the power a little too early, and the car goes around. Because these cars don't like traction as much as the F1 cars. Not as much downforce. So Siege can't get a little bit too comfortable or else he may make a mistake because Kugino is only 3 seconds behind.
Oh, Siege is driving quite conservatively right now. He's making sure that there's no time penalties. He's giving himself good space around corners in Sector 3. I guess you can pick up a lot of warnings and time penalties, but it looks like he's taking it pretty easy.
Yeah, like I said, he doesn't have any pressure from Kugino. Kugino has 6 seconds, so as long as he can keep it clean, he'll at the very least finish P2, because no way Kugino jumps him by 6 seconds at the pace they're going.
No, but he's down to 3 seconds now, so just lost like half a second on the last lap. I think Siege is starting to think, take it easy, no mistakes, no mistakes, no mistakes.
No mistakes indeed. You can be your own worst enemy here. As we start lap 8, we got probably about 2 more laps, still pit stops here. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. No mistakes from the crew as well, because that could doom him as well. Luckily, this F1 game doesn't have crew mistakes, but if they did, and that happened, there'd be stuff to pay. Now Captain Chubb gets a 3 second.
Chubbs, it's about time.
So he is falling, and he's around. No. Around goes Captain Chubb. And he has damage. He's gonna have to limp the car around for 1 more lap. Gonna have to wait to fire. Damage. Yeah, he's gonna have to fire it back up here. Loops it around. And
no.
That's a mistake from him as well. Down to P8. Here comes Flores. So Flores, it's just
Captain Chubbs could easily crash out here. I mean, if there's one place you do want to lose, I think he lost most of his wing there, and you do want to do that just after passing the pit stop.
Oh, no, indeed. Yeah, he's missing the whole... Actually, he's missing all of his wing. He has no wing. He has no downforce. So he's just going to limp. Out. Yeah, he's going to limp here. We'll see. We'll keep an eye on here how he takes these corners.
If he's not careful, he's going to go straight into a wall.
That is true indeed.
Which corner that's going to happen on, where everybody else is slid out. So now we see if Captain Chubbs can keep this together. Somebody call the ambulance. Oh,
right,
come on,
indeed.
Captain Chubbs, take it easy, man. Take it easy. You can do it. You can do it.
He's going to have to keep the pressure down, keep it clean. The lead gap has come down by over a second over these past couple laps here, but again, not enough. Looks a little bit of a lockup by Kugino here. So Kugino is pushing. He can see him, but...
Yeah, he sure is.
You can see someone, but can you catch someone? That's the question here. Silas gets a time penalty here. Now the question is, would Kugino and Scuba try an undercut here? Because they got nothing to lose. The undercut could work, so why not try it? But the thing is, this track does take tires a little bit too... the tire wear is a little bit bad around here. So an undercut could cost him dearly, because we only saw Flores make it 6 laps. So could 7 laps of Super Softs be strong enough to work? But if you're Kugino or Scuba, you got nothing to lose. So I think they should try it.
They have nothing to lose, as you say. I totally agree. And respect to Captain Chubbs, it looks like he managed to get around without a wing on this car, and I don't think he got any extra penalties. That's not an easy lap to do.
Well, he's got 2 more corners here. Okay, now he's made it. He's officially made it. As long as he doesn't hit the wall, all right, he's good. He's made it. So he's survived the no wing challenge. Good for him.
Trophy earned.
Trophy earned. You get a little PlayStation trophy pops up in the corner.
So Flores in the pit.
Flores up to P8 right now. Again, Kugino trying to chase down. Other than that, Mashiro is not really making much inroads on this top 3, which again is something Scuba does not want to see, because he's probably the last driver that can really challenge, because he's 7 behind them, Noisy's 10 behind Mashiro. And since there's no safety cars, unless like a flood happens or something, this is the top 3 for the win.
Yeah, but I mean, Siege does not want Kugino, who doesn't really is not even thinking about time penalties, is pushing like crazy. Siege does not want Kugino right behind him, and he's cutting in quite dramatically now. You can see him right in front of him.
Yeah, because I think he's locked his current position in the championship standing, so he can't go any higher or any lower. So he's basically just playing for fun here. He just wants to win, or at least maybe even the win on track. So he's got nothing to lose here. So we'll see here if Kugino or Scuba tries an undercut 1 lap earlier than we think. Oh, Scuba is coming in for the undercut. Oh, but he overshoots! He overshoots! And he gets a time penalty for overshooting.
Time penalty.
He tried it, he locked up the brakes, and if that could be it. No mistakes in the pit road, and Scuba just locks it up. That could be championship done there, folks. That is a mistake you don't want to have happen, and it just happened to Scuba. He did a Hakkinen in Australia. I believe it was in '98. I'd have to go back to my history books. He just locked it. Oh, so that was Hungary. My mistake. And now he has to sit in pit low for a second. Oh, there he goes. A little bit of a glitch on the screen. That's just a mistake you hate to see.
Come on, Scuba, man. You can get this back. Come on. You can't do it, but come on.
He's going to try. He's going to try, but that is a mistake. He's going to have to hope something happens to Siege or he hits the pit wall or something.
Yeah, but it's one of those... he's like, okay, I just have to push like 100% on this car. And I guess that's why he spun out earlier. That he's giving it a go. It's like fair play to him. He's really trying here.
Yeah, he was only 1.9 seconds behind Gugino when he came in. So it'll be interesting to see when they pit how far back he comes, how much time he actually lost. So we'll see here. We'll assume Siege.
It looks like Siege has decided to keep that gap down to Gugino at just over 2 seconds. He's not letting him get any closer at the moment. But it looks like Section 3 that Gugino is actually taking in some of that gap. And Section 3 is part of that. Gugino is just like, I don't think he really cares. He's attacking those apexes where Siege is going really carefully.
Yep, that is true indeed. So we'll see here on question mark. He's really taking conservative here. So Siege will probably be coming in this lap, most likely. Honey Badger gets a time penalty added to his repertoire. We'll see if any of these drivers lock it up here. Siege taking it very conservatively. Honey Badger, Gugino staying out another lap. So Gugino going for the overcut, it looks like.
And Siege almost comes to a stop before going into the pit. No way he was going to get a drive through there.
No, not indeed. Mashiro also staying out another lap as well. So it looks like some of these drivers are staying out to go even farther. So it looks like Scuba was going another lap. So it looks like he was going for a 2-lap undercut. Siege going for a 1-lap undercut, while the rest of the field is just staying out for an extra lap. So maybe they're thinking the overcut's a bit stronger than the undercut. The thing is, will Siege come out in traffic here because he's going to have Noisy just up the road, depending on how far he comes out here. Actually, Noisy will clear him by at least a little bit of distance here. And then he's going to have possibly pressure from Scuba here. Scuba's not that far behind Noisy.
Oh,
sorry, Siege. You can see Siege. Yeah, Scuba's only 2 behind Siege, so if he didn't make that mistake, he could be within DRS.
Oh, man.
And that just going to be
what a place for Siege to come out right in front of Scuba.
But remember, Scuba does have that time penalty, though, so even if he gets by, he's got to get 3 seconds clear of Siege, and now Siege will have the tire advantage.
Oh, man, Scuba's got a point to prove.
Yeah, Captain Chub has retired. He has DNF'd on the track there. It looks like he lost in the last couple corners there. We're not going to get a good look because, sadly, no one's near the area in question. But he looks like he's lost it or maybe just retired on track because now his AI is going, so I think he may have just retired on the circuit. Regardless, here we got 6 laps to go here. Gugino and Mashiro probably will pit sooner rather than later. Silas has pitted as well from P8, so he's now last position. I guess by default, he will be starting on pole position next race.
And Siege has caught up with Noisy. He's holding it around one. Oh, Noisy goes wide, which means that Scuba is actually... Oh, it's Siege. Siege is right behind Noisy.
Yep, Siege is behind Noisy. Yeah, you're correct. I was waiting there, and I was noticing that Gugino has spent the pit lane. So Gugino and Mashiro...
care about time penalties.
So Gugino up to 11 seconds. Mashiro keeps it clean. So him and Siege are the only 2 that don't have time penalties. Siege going to try to make a move on Noisy here. Going to try to quickly dispose of him because Noisy will be pitting this lap, and he is getting held up. And Noisy will let Siege go. Here comes Scuba. Scuba going to be on the draw here. He's going to have DRS. How far back will he come? He does set the fast lap of the race, so he is really going for it.
He sure is.
Both the drivers will jump Gugino on track, so that shows that the undercut is strong around here. Honey Badger gets 5 seconds for speeding in the pit lane. Rest of the field...
like, most of these guys don't even care about speeding in the pit lane today.
Gugino
flying into the pit lane.
Yep, Gugino will have the freshest tires, but also has 11 seconds worth of time penalties, so he's on pace to hold P3, though. At least with time penalties.
Yeah.
Because he's 11 seconds clear of Mashiro. So he's still got the podium almost locked up if he can keep the throttle down. But if Mashiro can get within 10 seconds, then that's that. And that's his spot lost.
Man, this is going to be... Whenever we get a pass attempt here, Scuba on Siege. So he's going to stop and wave to him, right?
Yeah, he's probably going to... He can let him go. Siege can even let him go and still do it. But I think Siege wants the win. But
oh, definitely, man.
Siege,
definitely.
There's one thing of winning on track, and there's one thing of winning on penalties. I think Siege wants to win on track instead of winning on penalties, but Siege does not have to battle Scuba. Scuba's going to go very aggressive trying to pass Siege and force him into a mistake. So it could be smart, at least for Siege, maybe just to kind of let Scuba go. You'll still win the race on penalties, and you don't have to worry about...
He's not going to do that. You wouldn't do that, man. You wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it either, but I'm just thinking logistically, he's got nothing to lose. He's the championship leader. If he gets in a ding-dong battle with Scuba and ends up crashing and wrecking, that's going to give Scuba almost 30 points on Siege. This is the championship. Like, you want to win, yeah, but this is also the championship. I'd rather finish second and lock in the championship than finish first or crash out. So
we got 4 laps left.
We do. Kukino on the back of Scuba. They're both in DRS range. At least we're going to have a battle here to the end. So they're going to come a run here. Can Kukino make a pass on Scuba? And if he can he give us Siege some troubles? Silas gets another time penalty to add to his trouble. The only 2 drivers to stay away from the naughty stool right now are Mashiro and Siege. So we're going to have a battle here down the long straight. DRS will be activated. I just don't know if it will be enough, though, for Scuba or Kukino to make something happen here.
Oh, nice exit there. Scuba's only a half a second now.
Yep, I think Scuba's closing here. And I think he'll make a lunge here. Well, he got a better exit. Never mind. I think Selk's too soon. No lunge happening here. He's going to get close, but it will have DRS in the next long straight here, so something could happen.
Will. Oh, brake pretty late there. Right up behind Siege now. Careful in this corner. That's respun out. Here we go. Let's see what's going to happen.
Going to have DRS indeed here. He's going to have a lunge here down the long straight. Well, again, I keep saying he's going to have a lunge.
These F2 cars are slow. Come on, come on.
No fuel management, no nothing. So Scuba's just going to get on the back of Siege as well. And Kukino's also getting towed close too. So both drivers are getting close. So an overtake is imminent. But remember, Siege has better tires than Scuba. And Kukino has better tires than both of them. By at least 2 laps. So yeah, Kukino has 2 laps better than Scuba, 1 lap better than Siege. Siege has 1 lap better than Scuba.
Oh, this is insane pressure now right on top of Siege.
That isn't true indeed here. We're going to have 3 to go. This time by, Siege is basically wants this win on track. Because he can let them both fly and win this race on paper as Kukino gets another time penalty, which will now bump Mashiro up to the final podium paying position for now. Unless Kukino can get past both these drivers and clock out.
If Kukino gets past both these drivers, he's going to have another 3 seconds.
Probably. He'll get it somewhere.
Probably.
So here comes Scuba. Scuba looking for a lunge. He'll ride on board with Kukino here. He's going to give us a good camera angle to see if Scuba does something. Scuba going to look for something here. Can't make anything happen. Going to probably wait for the long straight. Definitely close enough now to have a lunge down the straight with DRS. He was about 6 tenths behind Siege when he had the last straight. Wasn't close. Now he's 3 tenths.
Oh,
so something will happen
exit
here. Better exit. I'd give the advantage to Siege there. DRS, Noisy gets the fast lap of the race. Here comes Scuba. Can Scuba try something? He's going to have a lunge here. If he doesn't try it, it's going to be game for...
He's going.
Kukino possibly thinks about it too, but can't make anything happen. Here comes Scuba around the inside. He'll make the pass occur, and he will hold the spot, and he'll take P1 away from Siege on track. Almost gets a little squirrely here.
Scuba! Oh, careful, man.
Scuba.
Oh, Siege is coming back.
And here comes Siege around the outside. Going to try to make it out the in. He'll make the pass occur before the long straight, and he'll clear Scuba, but Scuba's going to keep his fender in there. He'll have to leave the space, but Siege will hold the spot, and he'll get the spot back, and Siege still holds P1.
Oh.
Scuba second, Kukino third.
Nice driving, guys. Nice driving.
Nice driving indeed.
I mean, did Scuba pass him too early there? That was pretty nice driving by Siege to get that back.
That isn't true indeed. I'm just wondering how much of that rubber did Scuba use to make that pass occur, because, again, tire advantage will come into play. So, Scuba, though, not looks like he lost too much pace here. Kukino gets a better... Scuba all over the back here of Siege. Kukino got a little bit of a bad exit there. So it looks like, in retrospect, it looks like Kukino may not have the best exit off corners here. Scuba gonna have a possible lunge here on down to turn 1 here. He's relatively close enough. He could try something, but with no F1, no fast mode, no DRS, he probably won't be able to make something happen here. Yep, he'll just tuck it behind. 2 laps to go.
He's so close behind him now. Respect, Siege. You got this. Come on.
2 laps to go. We got Scuba, we got Siege still fighting. They're 1-2 in the championship. That's how they run. Siege, again, wants to win at least 1 race in this F2 championship. He's going to have to hold on. Scuba will have another luncher, definitely along straight here, unless he gets a bad exit. Here comes around the outside. Scuba going to try something here. Kugino relatively close as well.
What a nice exit by Scuba.
Scuba gets a better exit. Scuba going to have definitely a run here. Down the straight is easily going to make this pass happen. Now the question is, can Kugino try something on Siege as well? Scuba gonna make something happen here. He's gonna get past relatively easily. Next up, here comes Kugino. Will Kugino try a lunge to the inside? No, he will tuck behind, gonna wait for the next DRS point. It looks like Scuba gonna get the position for now. Gets a little shove from Siege. Scuba and Siege, 1-2. Siege gonna have DRS on Scuba now. I feel like it's gonna be a reversal of fortune, but it looks like Scuba got the better exit. Will Siege try something here? If he doesn't, Kugino may not be next man up. Round the outside,
Scuba's
gonna try something here.
Oh, he's
not as cleared. Yeah, not going to make it happen. Can't get side by side. And Scuba will hold the spot, at least for now. But the question is, did Scuba make his move too early? If Siege can hang on to the back of him, can he take the spot back?
Oh, Kugino's going to pass Siege as well, you know.
Yep, Kugino.
Oh, Siege has to be careful here.
Yep. Silas gets another time penalty. What Siege does not want to do right now is get a time penalty, or else he will lose this race. Siege, under pressure again from Kugino, needs to play it conservatively, but probably also wants to win on track.
Siege has he got a warning for that last corner. I guarantee you, man. He's under pressure right now.
Probably Kugino. He
sees Scuba moving away from him. He knows like Kugino is right behind him, and Kugino wants to pass.
But again, I think the game plan is Siege maybe just saying, screw it, I got nothing to lose here. I'm not going to risk getting a cut here. Because Kugino is changing the gears of Siege, metaphorically speaking, and Siege is not going any faster. Siege, I think, is really playing conservative here. He sees the win.
Lap. Look at Scuba pulling away. That's pretty insane.
And if I'm honest, I'm Siege. Let Kugino go. Kugino is getting kind of angry right now, and I think
it sure looks like it. Here we go.
Here we go, indeed. Kugino and Siege. Siege is not getting the better exit. Kugino's going to have the inside
Kugino.
line. Yep, Kugino's going to make it happen right here. There's no way Siege can keep this mounting bull back. Here comes Kugino on the inside. Well, I assume on the inside. Has not made the pass yet happen right now. That's actually kind of shocking.
He let him go.
I'm shocked Kugino did try a lunge there. Why did Kugino not try?
He braked. I think he braked. He let him go. He's gonna try it here.
Oh, maybe.
That was smart of Kugino.
All right, I'll give you points. I did not pick that up. I should have. Kugino now going to try it around the outside. Oh,
No, he's not. He's letting him go.
I think maybe he's just saying, championship's done. He's just going to let Siege, because he's got 11 seconds with time penalties. Maybe he doesn't want to screw this battle up.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think he went up beside him and said, I can pass you if I want, and he didn't. He didn't pass him.
I think he's just showing respect here. He's like, look, I'm not going to wreck you. I got 11 seconds with time penalties. You're going to get the win regardless. So why risk crashing both of us out? Enjoy
Kugino, respect.
Enjoy your win. Is it going to come for the last couple corners here? Scuba's just going to have to hope Siege's engine blows right now, or else this is championship over. They're going to come for the last couple corners here, and even though we do have a sprint race left, Scuba is going to at least cross the line and pole position, but we're right on board here with Siege, as Siege has done everything right this season, and it's going to be Scuba crossing the line in first position, but Siege is going to win the race on points, penalties. Actually, I think he just got past Scuba on the line there, but he's also going to win the race and the championship. Siege is your champion of Season 2, Formula 2
Respect Scuba. Respect to Scuba.
Yep, Scuba is going to fall actually in the position 2 here. Actually, what happened to, wait,
Scuba let him win, right?
Yep, Scuba I think he just let him go. I think they tried to tie across the line. We'll be interested to see how the intervals work.
I think that was really cool. Kudos to Kugino and Scuba. That was really well driven, but that was cool to give that to Siege right at the line.
You love to see the respect here in this league. It's good to see, and you just like to see the camaraderie these drivers have between each other, and it's good to see that happen. But Siege will hoist the championship here tonight, and then he's going to have to come back here tomorrow, well, metaphorically tomorrow, in about 5 minutes or even less, to race a sprint race. So even though the championship has been won, this race, we still have a sprint race for the fun of it. So all these drivers are just going to go out there and have some fun. But congratulations, Siege, on your championship. Enjoy it, and don't party too hard. Because we do have a sprint race after this.
Congrats to Siege!
Congrats to Siege indeed. Yep, Scuba has just confirmed on radio that he did let he let Siege go because remember time penalties came into play, and I think he just kind of wanted to have crossed the line first for his championship. So, Scuba, again, good respect by both you and Kikino. you weren't going to win because if they were even on penalties or if they didn't have any time penalties, I think Scuba would have took the win. But since he would have lost anyway, let the driver cross it first. And there he is hoisting the trophy of the winner. And he'll be celebrating, get his first win here in the F2. Well, not F2 Season 2. He did win in Season 1, if I'm not mistaken. So this is his first win in Season 2. And picked an interesting time to win it, last round of the championship. But good for him.
No better place, Abu Dhabi.
No better place. Well, I can think of better places, but still a good place. Drinking
149 noisy, 149-1.
Indeed. We'll wait for the results to load here. Still waiting. Come on. Eventually. Still waiting to please wait here. I hope my game didn't crash, because that would stink if that was the case. Are you on a results screen, Buck?
Yes.
All right. That's probably not good. Oh, wait. I can hear music. Nope. I never got to see the results. I didn't get to see the results there.
It's sort of like, congrats to Siege!
Yay! I'd like to see if they tied or how close they were on track, but I guess we'll never know. So anyway, we do have a sprint race here. If I remember correctly, I Am Sills will be starting in pole position, if I'm not mistaken. Volres second, and then you can work your way for the rest of the field here. But Noise is going to be starting relatively fast up. And remember, he did have the fastest lap in the featured race. I am having a rough day with words. I'm starting to think I need to take a minute and slow my words down here.
Okay, so
maybe having a little bit too much victory champagne.
What is going to happen here? This is going to be like a victory, like a lap of honor for Siege.
I don't think that's the case unless someone said something in the chats. I think just going to have fun.
Yeah, they haven't seen it. They are if they should put Siege into the wall. But that was a joke, of course.
Yeah. I guess
those guys racing there, they kept it pretty clean and tidy.
This is not for any more championship points. The championship has been decided, but it is for the fun of it. So these drivers are just going to go out there and have some fun. Get one more win on the season. Honey Badger going to start. Silas going to start P1. Honey Badger second. Noisy third. Then Flores, Kugino, Mashiro, Scuba, Siege, Captain Chubb, Jorge, and Felipepa rounds out your top 11 here for the sprint race. So yeah.
Okay. Honey Badger in second place, Noisy and starting in third place. If Noisy gets off to a good start here, definitely could take this.
Yeah, I think it too. Indeed, Noisy did show some pace there. The only reason why he finished so low that he did was because of a spin. He spun, I think, twice, if I'm not mistaken, or at least once. Oh, he almost looped it there. So
he had a crazy start. He came like a rocket after spinning off.
Yeah, indeed. He came like a flying rocket. You are correct. And he went from like 10th to 7th, 7th to 4th, and then was looking on pace to do even better, but then lost at similar corner that Scuba did and wasn't able to recover. Because unlike Scuba, who got it refired in front of the pack, he got it fired behind the pack and had to catch all the way back up.
Oh, this would be a good start. I am Silas, 91. This is yours.
Silas looking to end the season on a bang. Honey Badger as well, and Noisy. Everyone just going to end the season on a bang here. Want to go out there and have some fun.
What a great... it's so great to see a full audience in Formula 1 again. They've probably finished with this COVID thing in Abu Dhabi. Sure looks like it.
I feel like that will be... I think that's a good assumption to make. At least I'm hopeful. I am hopeful indeed.
Look how many people are in that grandstand. It's packed.
Yeah, it's packed. You can see here, it's like nothing like that ever happened. It's cool to see.
Okay, who do you
I want to say one thing. I kind of hope in the 2021 game there's an option with a slider where you can turn the attendance off, like in the PC games, so you have 0. But you know what? I'm gonna go. My brain says Noisy, but my heart says Silas. So Silas, I'm gonna peg you to win here.
Wow.
I'm gonna go with someone that we haven't put too much of a spotlight on. I think he's got something up his sleeve here. Hopefully.
If he is Silas, he has to be Silas right now. I am Silas. Has to be Silas. Let's go.
I'll give him a chance here. So we'll see here as we wait for them to come around the last time here in the F2 Championship here for the sprint race. Everyone lining up in the grid spots.
I think Noisy's going to take this.
Oh, we're waiting for one more car. That's Pepper. Pepper a little bit off the distance here. Everyone kind of waiting here, much chagrin.
And Pepper is rolling into place now.
So we are almost
With
there.
Captain Chubbs right in front of him.
We got 11 laps here. Everyone's on a set of softs. No pit stops will be required. Here we go. Waiting for the 5 red lights. Here we go. 3, 4, 5.
Go, go,
And
go.
away they go. A little bit of a delayed start there, much to my co-commentator's chagrin. As Honey Badger and Siege are going to go turn 1 here. Siege, Silas, my mistake, going to have the better judge here. Honey Badger in second. Noisy going to try to loop it around the outside here. Try to make something happen. McKinney getting kind of blocked off by Silas. Honey Badger going to try to make a move going into quarter 1 here. Silas going to hold the spot. Noisy going to try something as well. We got big 3 wide position here for the 3rd position here. Looks like we got a little bit of a stack up between 4th and 5th between Scuba and Flores. As they're going to go to quarter 1 here. Silas, not quarter 1, the next quarter here. Silas is going to hold it, but Silas is going to take the ball with him. And it's going to cause a little bit of a chain reaction here. Silas is going to fall through the order here. 3 wide battle here for P1. Honey Badger going to hold the spot. 4 wide. Honey Badger had the spot, but Honey Badger couldn't get the power down. Here comes Kugino up the middle. Kugino, who is in, I think, 6th, if I'm not mistaken, is now up to P2 and going to have a possible lunge here to quarter 1. We got a big wide battle here. Honey Badger going to try to make it 4 wide here. 4 wide.
4 wide. 4 wide. Doesn't go, guys. Doesn't go.
Doesn't go indeed. Oh, Mashiro's around. He gets a little bit of a tap here.
Around.
But he's got it refired. He kind of got saved by someone else. They were all so close. They all saved each other. This feels like the highway during rush hour. Everyone is bumper
I think
to
Fryer
bumper.
Pepper was on his way and he was spinning and Siege just bumped into him and put him back in place there. Nice going,
we got
Siege.
a battle here for the lead between Kukino and Noisy. We also got a big battle here for 3rd. Noisy, bad angle here. Noisy gonna hold spot for Kukino. And we got a big, oh my god, they're battling hard for 4th.
Oh, no. Who is it? It's Fryer Pepper. It's spin by Fryer Pepper.
Pepper's gone around, and he's got damage. Pepper has damage, and Captain Chubb has decided to call it a season. That is it for Pepper. I'm sorry, Captain Chubb. Yep. Pepper.
Silas,
someone's around.
Come on, Silas. Oh,
That's
no,
Honey Badger.
No.
Honey Badger's lost it into the concrete wall.
Oh, no,
and that
Honey Badger.
And that is case over.
On the track. Oh, no. Honey Badger, keep going.
That is game over for him. Silas gets a time battle here. Flores is going to try to make a move on Silas for 3rd. And Flores is going to make the jump. Now he's up in the P3. Noisy and Kukino still fighting up the top 2 in positions here. Silas actually going to come back here. Actually, never mind. That was a scoring time glitch. Never mind. Flores is still holding P3 down.
Oh, Honey Badger drives into the pit. And he might retire. I don't know. But yeah,
he's calling it a day. So that's the season over for Honey Badger. Silas, actually, that scoring time is still kind of screwed up here. We got a big battle here for 2nd here. Looks like the rest of the field's getting a little bit spaced out. We got a battle here for P4 and P5. Siege giving pressure to Silas. Scuba there as well, along with Mashiro. We got the top 3 from the last weekend. Not last weekend. Last round. Trying to make a move happen.
And Scuba passes Silas. That was a bad exit by I Am Silas 91. And looks like Scuba's going to put
Scuba.
He's passing. He is. Oh.
Scuba going for the 2-piece. Oh, Mashiro's there as well. Mashiro's going to make the pass on Silas. Silas ends up losing 3 spots there and is now under pressure from Pepper. And then we got Scuba going for a 2-piece.
Oh man, look at that. We've got Scuba and Siege right beside each other. Screenshot. These are the guys. This is them. Our champions.
Yeah, this is our champion. There's only one. But Siege as well, and Scuba, Mashiro getting a little bit of a tap up the rear. Scuba gonna make the move. Boys gets a little bit squirrely. That's Silas. My mistake.
Mashiro is really getting his elbows out here, trying to pass.
Yep, Siege and Mashiro fighting. We got a big battle here for P5. You're not missing anything up front. It's a close gap, but Kino has not made that much inroads on Noisy. Scuba and Siege. Siege goes a little bit too wide, runs into the back of him, and now it's a 3-wide battle here between Noisy, Siege, and Mashiro. Sorry, Pepper, Siege, and Mashiro.
Fryer Pepper has come all the way from 11th place, I think, up to 5th place now.
After that incident on lap 1, he has made it back up to P5 here. They've been scrappy up here at the front, and now Kino has relatively caught the back of Noisy here, so we're going to catch him back up to the lead here. I don't think a move will happen yet, but we'll have to keep an eye on the long straight here. Back to Siege and Mashiro here. We got Pepper, Siege, and Mashiro. Siege going to try passing something on the inside. We'll think better of it, so I think we're going to have 2 overtakes happening here on the long straight coming up.
Siege is... he's under a lot of pressure. He's got the Fryer Pepper in front of him, who's definitely out with the elbows, and Mashiro behind him.
Yep, that is true indeed. Siege going to possibly think about doing something here. Mashiro changing the gears of Siege. We'll have to keep an eye on both spots here. Kukino is already on the long straight here. We'll see if he tries anything. Yellow flag sector 2. That's Sil's retiring. That is it for our pole sitter. That is race over. Kukino going to try and make a move on the inside here. Going to make the pass occur. And he's going to get past Noisy, at least for the time being. But no, they're going to be side by side going into the corner here. Noisy is now going to have the preferred line and the DRS, I believe. All the elbows have been taken out here. They are still side by side. Pepper, Mashiro, and Siege fighting in the back there too, but this is for the lead, and we're going to have Kukino take the pass, but now Noisy's going to have the DRS. Will Noisy try something on the inside here? No, he will tuck him behind.
Space.
So Kukino will hold spot for now. Back to the battle of the back here. We got Mashiro and Pepper fighting. Pepper will try something on Mashiro. On the outside, possibly they're going to be side by side. Oh, Noisy's going to make a repass here. Looks like the position. We'll go back to this position here right now. We got to move side by side here. Noisy and Kukino's fighting for it. Oh, that's a corner where you don't want to go side by side, usually through. And Noisy's going to take the spot.
Oh, it's so
but actually,
tight between them.
Noisy's now going to officially take the spot, and Noisy's back in the lead again. So Noisy was waiting for a spot where you don't usually see an overtake happen. But will Kukino have an answer back here? That was a good overtake by Noisy. I tip my hat to Noisy.
Battle. That was a good battle between both there. That was nice. There wasn't a lot of space. Good battle.
Good battle indeed. Noisy and Kukino, 1-2. We got Flores kind of off the distance here, 3 seconds off, but he's kind of in a bubble of his own. Back to that big battle we had for 5th, 6th, and 7th. Siege is kind of checked out from the Mashiro Pepper train, and Mashiro and Pepper are kind of there too, but it's about a second gap between the two of them, so it looks like we got a little bit of spacing out here. Looks like the field's gotten a little less rambunctious.
And Noisy finally into the lead, and I think it's a spot that Noisy likes. He's a good leader. Whenever he gets in front in the race, he looks pretty comfortable.
Yep, that is true indeed. And now Noisy is definitely going to have no pressure from a lunge here, so we're going to cut back down the battlefield with the field. Mashiro is about the same distance away from Kukino's the same distance away from Noisy as Mashiro is to Siege, so we'll cut on board with both battles here and keep an eye on what's happening here. But neither will have a lunge here going to this corner unless something bad happens.
Oh, Noisy goes out left! Oh,
as soon as I say something bad will happen, I cut away. Noisy goes wide off the last corner there, and Kukino's going to get a 3-second time penalty. So Kukino will inherit the lead of this race. So we're going to have a fight.
How did that happen? That was that same corner again.
Yep, that corner just caught him out, similar to what he did during the featured race.
Oh, it's caught a lot of them
sleeping.
That must be one of those tough corners for F2.
Yep, I believe that is the case indeed here. There's also Mashiro going to possibly have a lunge here as well. So we got 2 battles here to cover. So we're kind of split through the field here. We got a battle for the lead. Kukino won't, actually, Noisy will not have a lunge here yet. So keeping an eye on both drivers. I think something will happen sooner rather than later. But for right now, both drivers are just tucking behind.
I think Noisy is probably the fastest on the track right now. Breaking really late into the corners. Kukino getting good exits, but I think we're going to see another couple of passes between Noisy and Kukino.
I think that's the case. I also think we'll get a couple more penalties. I think because Kukino did get 11 last round, so unless I don't want to be mean to Kukino, but I think he's got 3, at least 2 from somewhere down this race. But Noisy is going to have to keep the mistakes to a minimum here. We possibly have 2 opportunities for an overtake here again. Noisy is within passing range, along with Mashiro back in 6th. So both are going to happen possibly here. Noisy going to have a possible going to this corner here. We'll keep an eye on it. Kukino Noisy, DRS is activated. It's within enough distance to make a lunge happen. Noisy's, better exit Kukino though, so never mind. But he may have something down the long straight at the second DRS point.
That was a good exit by Kukino there.
Yeah, so Kukino's going to probably avoid pressure for the first one. Actually, well, Noisy thinks about it, but he's not going to have enough unless he's very aggressive on the brakes. He'll just tuck behind. But Mashiro's going to try something on Siege here. Mashiro, never mind. Mashiro also backs away as well. And Scuba has caught the back of Flores. So we got 3 fights here.
He hit that corner too heavy, which means that Noisy is passing again.
Yep, Noisy is going to come for the pass here on the inside. They'll be side by side. How aggressive will they be with the elbows? Kukino going to hold it for now, but Noisy's going to have the preferred line.
No!
And Noisy's going to take the spot back for the time being. Scuba has got past Flores, but Mashiro has not gotten past Siege. We do have yellow flag, Sector 2, Sector 3. Mashiro's around. Mashiro has lost it going into that last corner. Probably tried an overtake and just couldn't make it stick. And now he's down to P8. And Pepper has retired from the session. He has crashed. I think he has crashed. He lost it off that last corner and hit the inside wall. Actually, there's no wall there, so I don't know exactly what happened. But he's out of this race.
5 to 7 drivers.
Yep, down to 7 drivers. This is a battle royale. This is F1 battle royale at Abu Dhabi. Survive if you can.
I think we're going to see Kugino and Noisy pass each other maybe 3 or 4 more times. Oh, a fast lap by Scuba there.
Scuba is, remember, Noisy does have a 3-second time penalty here, so if they keep fighting, that's going to allow Scuba to catch him and possibly jump Noisy. So Noisy has to try to get clear of Kugino fast.
And it doesn't look like he's managed. Oh, here we go again. Kugino, this was his. He had a great exit here the last time.
He did, but will he be able
really tight?
Will he have to take a replicative here? We'll keep an eye on the scoring times. Does get the better exit at first, so it looks like he will have a chance, but I don't think he's just too far back. Nothing will happen here. Yeah. Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Took a sip of water there. Went down the wrong pipe. Kugino now going to make a pass on Noisy.
He sure does.
He does
He's
indeed.
back in front.
He is. And Kugino going to get past again. Noisy. Kugino did what he was least thinking about doing in the last lap there. Just waits for his move. Noisy later on the brakes. Could have changed the gears of Kugino.
I think that was a friendly bump from Noisy there.
Yep, Flores is going to try to is getting passed by Siege, so Siege is now at the P4. Scuba in 3rd. But they are still fighting here. Going for blood, I guess you could say. Kugino going to hold the spot for now. When they cross the line this time, they will have 5 to go, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, oh, Kugino, almost lost it. Again, Noisy right behind to give him a friendly bump from behind, saying, "Come on, a bit faster, please."
A bit faster, indeed.
We're going to see Noisy pass again.
Yep, because Noisy, remember, has 3 seconds, and Scuba is 3.4 behind. So this is costing him time. So Noisy is going to try something definitely here, but how aggressive will he be? Gets not as good of an exit there, a little bit too deep. That's going to allow Kugino to drive away a little bit. Noisy has to be patient, can't make a mistake.
Oh, Noisy, Kugino stretching a little bit there. It's up to 5. Noisy has to get closer in this. Oh, brakes very late.
Oh, he's very aggressive on the brakes. I'm shocked he didn't break off part of his wing. Now he's 7 down, so that's not going to help him. He's not going to have a chance here, at least on this long straight, but he could possibly get one on the next if he could really get close.
Kugino gets a really good exit out of that U-swing there.
Yep, if Kugino could break the DRS train, I don't think it's over, but it's not going to look good for Resident Noisy. Could have a possible lunge here. Nah, not going to make it happen. Actually, it looks like he lost time going to that section here. Now he's back to 7. DRS will be activated here again. Probably can get it down to 6 if he's careful. Maybe 5 if he really gets the pressure down.
Come on, Noisy. Get closer. Come on.
Bashira has passed George 4P6 on the grid. Going to be side by side here. Noisy is going to be a little bit closer here.
Oh, Kugino goes really wide.
Kugino does indeed. Not going to be enough for anything for Noisy to do, but that's going to allow Noisy to reel him back in. It's going to be who makes the least mistakes between the two of them.
I can't believe that Kugino hasn't got a penalty yet. He's cutting out his corners, something serious. I don't like he got away with it with a couple of dodgy ones there. He must be up to 2 warnings, but Kugino's having fun. He's leading the race right now, but he sees Noisy. He's cut this down to 2/10.
Yep, that is indeed. Gives him a little tap up the rear here. Noisy
sure
and Kugino
does.
side by side. They're going to be fighting again here. Kugino makes it Noisy tries to make a pass in an uncredentialed spot. Going to try to hang it around the outside here. Doesn't want to get a penalty. Keeps it within the white lines. Is going to have to give the spot back to Kugino. Noisy tried something around the outside there, but couldn't make it work. Kugino kind of boxed him out there, and the spot will go to Kugino. Bashir gets a time penalty. Bashir is down in 6, so that won't affect much. And George gets a 5-second for speeding in the pit lane. So I guess he's going for the fast lap. Kugino, Noisy fighting here again. DRS will be activated, and Noisy will have a chance.
Kugino gets fast. He gets such a great exit there.
Yep, he does. He actually gained 2 temps on him, so I don't think Noisy will have actually a chance at rebuttal. Scuba's now within 3 seconds on Noisy, so Scuba's now de facto P2.
Kugino, that's one thing that saves Kugino. He gets a really good exit there. And he's done it like each lap. He's practiced there.
Kugino gets better exits, but Noisy's better on the brakes.
He doesn't break that. He's like gives friendly bumps to Kugino at the end of these straights.
Corner exit speed's better than corner entry sometimes, and I think Kugino is making that master class lesson known. Kugino holds spot. Noisy just set a purple sector 2, though, so it looks like Noisy's not where for pace. And not missing anything anywhere down the grid here. They're all kind of spaced out. This is the closest battle on track. And it's also for the lead.
It sure is, and Kugino is like, he's hanging on. I think Noisy has got a faster pace.
Oh, but Kugino goes a little bit too aggressive on the brakes there, and it's going to allow Noisy to get around the outside. And now Noisy's back up to P1. Now can Noisy check out? Because, again, Scuba's in the distance there. Scuba's salivating. He's only 2.8 behind.
Oh, this is his chance. Last race of the season, Noisy.
We got 3 to go here. Noisy's been really good in these sprint races at the end of the season here, so he's trying to make one more in that win column here.
Oh, he's pulling away. He's definitely pulling away now.
That is true indeed. He's now 1 second clear, so that's really what he wants to see. Needs to get that clear of that one DRS range. Can he hold it for the activation point? How aggressive will Kugino be on the brakes to stay in the activation point here? But it looks like it's not going to happen here. There's the line, and Noisy is ahead of Kugino by over a second. So Noisy will have no DRS. I'm sorry, Kugino will have no DRS on Noisy. So Kugino may have that could have been the pass for the win of this race, unless Kugino can get back within DRS range. George gets another 3 seconds for multiple warnings.
Oh, that was a nice pace by Noisy there to get it up to 1 second. He really pushed hard.
Mashiro pits, probably going for the fast lap of the race here. And again, Kugino can't get within 1 second, so he's going to just be outside again, so no DRS. This is what Noisy needs, because now Noisy's 3.5 ahead Scuba, so Noisy will win this race. Kugino will be second, Scuba will be third. That's how they run right now, with time pedals included. Mashiro passes George for 6, and it looks like we got another battle similar to last week between Pepper and Mashiro. Now it's Mashiro and George. They're fighting.
Noisy got a time penalty?
Yeah, Noisy got one on lap 4, if I'm not mistaken. Remember, he went wide? So, yeah.
But this section 3, you can see that Noisy, he increases it a lot.
He does. He's very...
He just like... It's almost like every corner. You see it going up. It's like really aggressive through those corners by Noisy.
If I had to take a shot in the dark, I would think I'd assume either Kugino burned his rubber up too quickly, or it's a situation where Kugino's car is set up more for straight line speeds, and Noisy's set up more for cornerings. So Noisy may be a little bit more aggressive. Noisy goes a little bit wide there, though. So it looks like, yeah, Kugino does make more time up on the straights, it seems. So if I was a fancy betting man, I'd say Kugino's got that car set up more for straights, and Noisy's got it up for corners. So that's why he's a lot faster in Sector 3. But we got 2 to go here.
We sure do. The last 2 laps of the season.
It's always a somber time when you have to call the end of a season.
So we're going to get the fastest lap from Mashiro right now, are we?
I would assume they're both going for it, so we'll see. We'll have to keep an eye on the bottom of the screen. They have been battling a bit, though, so we'll see if that affects the lap here, but they're both on super softs. So if they got a fast lap in the car, they're going for it, and I would not be shocked if Mashiro wants it for his collection. So we'll see he's about to cross the line. George gets time penalty. We'll see here. Nothing. So maybe because that was his in lap. We'll see here. We'll give him one more lap here to try something.
Yeah.
So we'll take a look here. Actually, that was his out lap. So he has one more lap. Because now will be the chance to see if he improves here. We'll take a quick look at the gap by the leader. Remember, time penalty included. If Scuba can get within 5 tenths, he will take second. Actually, remember, no, Kugino. I'm not dumb here because Kugino. Yeah, Noisy has a time penalty. So Kugino, if Noisy has to get 1.5 clear of Kugino in order to win this race, Kugino needs to get So right now he's 2 seconds behind. So if Noisy can get another second clear, this could be his race still to win.
You know, I think he could do that.
It's possible. Kugino's falling, but I don't know if he's falling enough. So we'll have to check here.
But this depends on Kugino if how he's going to push the last lap here, because Noisy's driving flat out. He's over 2 seconds now.
But the thing is, Kugino has 2 warnings. He can't really push it aggressively because if he gets one more warning, then he's falling back. 2.1. So keep an eye on the left of your screen, folks. Noisy's going to try to go like a metaphorical bat out of hell. So Noisy is going to be currently in the lead here on the final lap here. Kugino going to try to keep that gap close. 8 tenths is the gap.
2.3.
2.3. 2.4.
Here we go.
Falling.
Noisy's going to do it. And I tell you what, he's going to get it by 3.5. In the last section, Kugino has lost it in that last section. Noisy flies through section 3.
Remember, Kugino does have a better straight line car, though, so we'll see how much time he gets back on the straights here. 2.4, we'll see a 2.5. Better exit looks like. Yep, Kugino does get the better exit. 2.2,
Oh,
2.1.
much better exit.
2.1, 2.0. But remember, better advantage to Noisy, though, in the cornering sections. Bashir about to cross the line here.
It took half a second.
We'll see. Yep, Bashir does set the fast lap of the race with the 1.49680, so I think that'll be the fast lap of the last fast lap of the season. Yeah, now he's 1.7, so unless Noisy has some speed in those corners, really a lot of speed, I think Noisy may have had a mistake off the exit.
Yeah, he must have had. He lost half a second in just that straight there. Now he gets it back up to 2 seconds, and he has to fly through these last couple of corners.
Yep, 1.8, 1.9, still 1.9. 2, unless he gets a second through the third sector, I don't think it's going to be possible. Scuba's also kind of there as well. He could try to take second away from him if he can get within 3 tenths, so it's going to be close. Noisy may fall down the P3. Here he comes for the last couple corners here. Keep an eye on your screen here. Noisy's still got it, but I don't think it's going to happen here, folks. George passes Mashiro on track. But we're going to be for the last couple corners here. Noisy is going to kind of go wide there. Noisy gets another 3 seconds, so it's all for naught. Noisy is going to cross the line on track in position 1, but Kokino's going to win the last race of the season. He'll finish P1. Scuba will come home in second, and I think Siege will come home in third, just barely. No, he will not.
No.
Never mind.
But congrats to Kugino.
Yep, Siege will come home in 4th, Flores will come home in 5th, and we got a bing-dong battle here for the last 2 spots. This is the last battle of the season. Who will get 6th and who will get 7th? So quick check of the pedalies on track just to make sure this thing is relative. Yeah, sorry, George has 23 seconds. Never mind. This is kind of clear cut. Monsieur will get 6th, and George will get 7th. That's what's going to happen.
But man, what a great, like those battles between Kugino and Noisy. That was good battling.
That was good battling indeed for many laps there. And we'd love to see that happen in leagues like this and other leagues as well. Will Mashiro try a late lunge? Gives him a little bit of a shove. Not going to make a pass out here.
Doesn't give him a big shove.
Oh, they're going to be side by side. Oh, they synchronized spin into the walls of each other. And I think Mashiro got the spot on track anyway. So Mashiro's 6th and George 7th. And that's how the last season will round out here of the last round. Scuba will get driver of the day for his efforts. But yeah, Kugino will win the last race of the season. And that was a pretty good thing going battle between him and Noisy. And both will probably tip their hats to each other for respectful driving.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. There were really good battles. They passed each other like 5 or 6 times in 11 laps.
That is true. So we're going to just take a second here. Pepper, you can see mouthing off in the game chat there. We do not have a mic in there, so we don't know what he's saying. But he's probably congratulating...
They're singing.
Maybe they are. I'll assume they're singing. But anyway, that will be that for this season. As you can see the final results here, Kugino gets the win in the wins in the sprint race. Scuba gets 2nd, Noisy gets 3rd, but more importantly, Siege, even though he finished 4th in the sprint race, will be your champion. So if you were not here for the feature race, Siege is your Act 2 Season 2 champion. Confetti. Cue the music that we don't have. Woo!
And Siege also won the race as well, so congrats.
Yep, he did win the featured race, as you can see on those results screens here. Yep, so that is that for this season. So as we before we sign off for the final time here, I got 2 quick questions for you, Brandon. Who was your driver of the day, and who was your driver for the season?
Driver of the day, Siege. Driver of the season, Siege.
Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Give the champion driver of the season. That makes... He did win the championship. I feel like that's the correct honor. I'm going to give driver of the day to... Yeah, I got to give it to Siege. Because Siege, he won the championship, won his first race. I'm going to give it to him. As for driver of the season, my heart says give it to Siege because he won the championship. But instead, I'm going to give it to Noisy. Noisy had a good second half of the season there. And I think I got to give him a little bit of respect here. He came in late after Belgium, and he's really been a consistently fast driver. So even though he won the championship, I'm going to shine a spotlight on Noisy. Sorry, not Noisy. I mean, Noisy. I was right. God.
Yeah,
anyway,
nice.
Yep, that will be that. And that will end the season here. So we hope you enjoyed the F2 season here with myself and Brandon on the call here. Brandon, you got any final words you want to say to the audience?
Nope. Thanks, Pepsi. Thanks for nice commentating, nice season, and congrats to everybody for completing it.
Yep, I don't think I could say anything better than myself, but congrats as well. It's been a great season of commentating with you, and I hope all the drivers had fun, and we hope you enjoyed it as well. So thank you, and we will see you next time, whether in another league or another series or another season, who knows, but we hope we will see you soon. Thank you, and good night.